Guys, what's up? I was making sure the sound was working. I always put my phone on to make sure. How's it going? Got a lot of folks in here already tonight. Sorry for the little delay. Our good old Streamlabs. I was running a little bit late as it was, and then I haven't been on in a while, so I'm using Streamlabs, and it had to, of course, do an update. So on a little bit later than usual, but good to see everybody. We're just getting back from the Pilot Ryan Media fly-in, which was absolutely fantastic. Tons of awesome YouTubers there. We had a great time flying with everybody, meeting everyone. Thank you so much to all of you that made it. It was an absolute pleasure. It was awesome. So yeah, we'll do a little bit of a roll call here. Now that everybody's getting in here a little bit. Let me get back up to the top. I still need to get a mouse for this thing. So we got Eddie K's RC, Dana's RC, Jermaine Spencer, Brian Chambers, Spencer Keith, Jeff Adams, George Watts, Dave Martin Grath. Let's see, who else is in here? Sorry, scrolling down. EQRC, Dennis Farley, how you doing, buddy? Mike Bird. So yeah, tons of you. Oh, Pilot Ryan, look at that. The King Honcho himself. Nicholas Flyboy Miller, how's it going, man? Awesome to see all of you in here tonight on a late Sunday night, of course. Rage, what's up, man? How's it going? So yeah, it was an absolute awesome event. We'll do a little bit of a recap here. I'm sure you guys have seen a ton of footage from all the other channels, so I won't go in too in depth with all of it. Yeah, we could make a whole show just out of all my crashes, actually, during that event, but it was a good time. So heck yeah, tons of guys in here, tons of guys. So we did some flying yesterday. Ryan and I did. It was a good time. Flew some skunk work stuff, and then also got to fly some of the stuff that we don't get out all the time that sits around, you know. Dusted off some planes and got out and had some fun with some stuff. And then today I was actually fortunate enough to get out, and we got a whole bunch of flights done on let's see, the HSD 182. You guys will see a video on that soon. We got that done today. The SU-26 from Dynam that we built on the show a few weeks ago. And then also, what else did we fly today? Oh yeah, the OMP Challenger. So you guys will be seeing all of those coming out soon, and all of those planes are in stock. So make sure to click through your favorite affiliate and get one if you guys are interested. All right. So who all, sorry, see tons of emojis. Good to see everybody. Rich M, how you doing? Sorry if I missed anybody during the call out. Victor, how's it going, buddy? So yeah, as far as that event goes, it was great. I crashed a few planes, of course. The F-18 Blue Angels got the best of me from E-Flight. Me and Ryan were doing some formation flight and head-to-head passes and having some fun, and I had a little bit too much fun and hit LVC. And if I would have got the gear up before I landed it out in the abyss, I might have been all right, but I hit kind of hard with the gear down, so need some repairs in that area. And then let's see, the GB. Oh man, that GBY from Dynam with the G25 and an 80 amp ESC is a screamer. I know Ryan got footage of it, a few other people got footage of it, so you guys will be seeing that pretty soon here. The first day was awesome. We were pylon racing that thing. I mean, I was a few feet off the ground, if that, a few times, and then I think I would have had that race won easily if I could have got the plane back on the ground, but then we started hot dogging it and doing stupid stuff, and I started circuiting, inverted, and rolled back over, and that was the end of that one. And then the next day, though, I did CA that thing back together with about 10 pounds of CA, and it flew again, but not for very long. We ended up folding the wings on it, so it was a good time. Yeah, Rich M, the racing was awesome. It was super fun. Yeah, that GB, it was keeping up with the best of them, even those V1200 powered airplanes. It was hauling. It was a good time. I've never pylon raced or anything like that before, so it was an absolute blast and an awesome experience. I cannot wait to do it again, and next year I hope they have the event again, because we all need to get together and do that, because it was an absolute blast. That's got to be a tradition now if we keep the event going. Heck yeah, Spencer Keith. He said Mafia and him got some good flying in today. It was beautiful up here. There was like a little spitter, spatter of rain here and there, but it wasn't too bad. All right. David said, hey Bobby, which Dynam plane at the event stayed up the longest? Probably the Hawker Hunter. Didn't have any issues with that. And then our little buddy Gavin, heck of a pilot. I ended up giving him away one of the Hunters. I saw him eyeballing it, and he was a heck of a pilot, man. I tell you what, that kid was a blast to watch. Had a great time flying with him. So me and him flew the Hunters together a few times, and he flew the heck out of his, flew the wings off of it. And so that was an absolute awesome time. But there was tons of stuff going on. I mean, me and Ryan had a bunch of formation flights. Then probably one of the coolest things I thought out of the whole event was our buddy Tug Hill. We did this formation flight of Focke-Wulfs and Mustangs, and this guy maidened a P-51, an E-Flight 1.5 P-51 in all of that badness. So shout out to him. That was a hell of a job, and I couldn't believe it. It was great. So, yeah, David Snyder. I mean, tons of great stuff happened at that show. Tons of great pilots too. I tell you what, everybody had some good skills. And what was really good about the whole event was there was a couple kids down there that soloed for like their first time, and so we made sure to hook them up with some Ernst stands and some nice airplanes to work their way up to. And there was another little girl out there that was learning how to fly, and the boozers were awesome, helped her out, and it was an absolute awesome event. There was tons of great people there. Love seeing the kids out there. It's awesome that we can get some of these kids into the hobby and into aviation, period. I mean, sometimes these kids pick up an RC plane and it ends up being their passion, and they fly the real deal someday. So, absolutely great event. Yep, that's true. Lots of great stuff happened at that show. Definitely. Definitely. Hopefully we'll do it again next year, because it was absolute awesome, and if we do it next year, hopefully it'll be more in-depth in planning so more of you guys can make it. And yeah, it was great. Pilot Ryan said, short kids like Kenny got one too. Yeah, our buddy Kenny, Kenny Hangar 51, he can fly darn good also. Me and him, we had our Flex RV8s at nighttime. It was the first or second night that we got there, and it was probably 1 or 2 in the morning, and man, we had a blast with those. We were flying them super low off the ground, lighting up the ground with all the lights on them, and it was a good time. Me and Kenny had a really good time flying together. And he did a Hawker Hurricane as his racer, and that thing was bad to the bone. It was all dialed in, beautiful paint job on it, and that thing, it was a true competitor, I'll tell you what. So that's a good question, Turbine Man. He said, when does the new PT-17 come out? The Dynam PT-17 landed in a tree. You know what? If I would have been thinking about it, I would have had that darn thing on the show tonight. So yeah, we debuted the brand new Dancing Week PT-17 at the show. Our buddy Dave Marshall has one as well. So be looking out for his channel, because when we release them, Bitgohobby, Pilot Ryan Media, and Dave Marshall, and then also our buddy RC Geek has one as well. So you guys will be seeing videos from all of us eventually when it releases. Hopefully our container with them all shows up mid-July. So that's when we're looking at being able to get them out the door here. And I can't wait for you guys to get them in your hands, because they're absolutely beautiful. The new PT-17, it's very easy to take the wings on and off, not like your usual biplane where you get out to the field and it takes you 45 minutes, an hour to set the darn thing up, get the wings on. This one's really easy. 2 carbon spars slide through top and bottom, and then it's a total of 4 wing bolts all together. You just slide it together, bolt it on, and then it comes with a brace actually for transport. So when you slide the wings off, there's going to be a brace in between the wings, so you don't have to worry about them chattering back and forth. So it's a great plane. It's powered by a Tomcat G60 equivalent motor, 80 amp ESC, 15.8 prop, and 37 gram metal all gear servos all the way around in it. It's awesome, and it flies absolutely beautifully. It flies great. I cannot wait for you guys to get your hands on it and see it some more. So you'll be seeing a lot more from us on that one here soon. So what is the PT-17 covered in? So it's covered in like an ultra coat, but it looks very similar to cloth. It's not cloth at all, but it has a really nice finish where it kind of has that look and feel. And it's a 1600 millimeter biplane, so it's a pretty decent size, but it's really easy to transport. It's going to come as like a ARF plug and play, so there's going to be some building required, but you're going to get all your electronics and everything along with it. So it's going to be a really great plane for some of you, and you don't have to go hunting around to find out what motor, what ESC, what servos. It's all going to be right there for you in a nice little bundle. Yeah, so while we're on the subject, does anybody else have questions on the new PT-17? I'm glad you guys brought it up, because that thing it's beautiful. I know Ryan got a lot of footage of it as well, so just be on the lookout. And I'm pretty sure you'll be seeing a new video tonight from Pilot Ryan Media's channel on the new Hobby Zone Technam, I think it's called, the Technam. It's like a little Italian job, pretty cool deal. George Watts, what will be the price point on the new PT-17? They're going to be right around $500 or $600, right in that area, plug and play. So, or ARF plug and play. Like I said, there's going to be some building required on it. It's going to be kind of like your ARF model, but the servos will all be pre-installed for you. The motor is already installed on a mount, and the mount just bolts up with 4 screws onto the firewall, so that's really simple to do also. And then for the pull-pull system, it works off a pull-pull system for the rudder, which is really cool, and all of those linkages are pre-cut, and the connectors are put on right from the factory for you, so you won't have to worry about cutting cord and all of that stuff for the pull-pull. It should be all right from the factory. So cannot wait. Jackson RC Aviation, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you in here. Lee Davidson, what's up? Yeah, George. We figure $500 or $600 for that. It's going to be a pretty decent price. A lot of you guys, we know that fly foam. Some of you guys want to have some balsa stuff, and sometimes building an ARF that's $300 or $400, and then getting the motor and getting the ESC. I mean, you're at $1,000 before you know it in something like that. If you want something big, I'm saying. I mean, some of your little 40 size planes aren't too bad on the pocket. What we're trying to do is bring some of this balsa into the market for some of you foam guys. It's more affordable, easier to get into, and that way if you break it, wreck it, and are trying to learn how to, you know, put stuff back together, or you don't want to mess with it, you'll be able to buy spare parts. So it should be pretty cool. I can't wait for you guys to get some of this stuff in your hands and try it out. The steerman is just so gentle though. But it has plenty of power. Thanks to our buddy RC Air Marshal, he helped us out. We did a lot of testing on this stuff and came out with a really awesome power system. So shout out to Dave Air Marshal. He did great on helping us out with that part of it, and we put a lot of work into this thing. So I'm excited for you guys to get it in your hands and kind of see it. So it does have suspension struts on it as well. They're kind of hard. That's my only gripe about the whole thing, is the suspension's kind of hard. But other than that, it's a pretty awesome plane. I'll make sure to have it on next week's show, actually. So we can kind of talk about some more, and you guys can kind of nitpick it, ask some questions, all that kind of good stuff. The scale gauges that come in are absolutely beautiful also. I mean, there's real little screws in there and all the... it's awesome. I can't wait for you guys to see it. Yeah, Jeff Adams, he said that PT-17's on my bucket list. That thing, it's awesome. I love it. I absolutely love it. Paul McNeil, how you doing, buddy? Just saw you in here. Yeah, the Dynam version turbine, man. I mean, that thing flies really well also. I have that. It's sitting right here, actually, and it's got a couple kills on it also. So yeah, it's a beast. The Dynam PT-17 flies great, but the big DW PT-17, I mean, just hands down, it's awesome. That's all I can say. It's absolutely awesome. Yeah, Pilot Ryan. Yeah, like he said, Bobby's demo flight on the new Stearman was flawless. Yeah, so I did kind of a demo flight at the Pilot Ryan media event, and I just kind of, I kind of did some scale flight with it, and then I also showed you what it could do. So I think people kind of really got a good grasp on the flight envelope of it and how good of an airplane it truly is. And we were fighting a 90-degree cross down there all day long, and it handled it like a champ. So. Mason Jackson, how you doing, buddy? Heck yeah. So anyways, I suppose we will get into the Dynam Meteor here. I have right here one of the 6S 2200 in-runner power systems that I'm going to slap into this thing. It comes with a 60 amp ESC. I will switch that out. Unfortunately, I have an ESC for it with connectors on it, and I have ESCs here, but without connectors, and the one that I need is in my trailer. So we'll do the ESC upgrade down the road, because I don't think a 60 amp ESC is probably a good idea on this thing. Probably burn it up pretty quick. But yeah, we're going to do some mods on it, and this should drop right in, so we're going to find out. So without further ado, we'll get into this, the Meteor. This is 4S, and it flies great on 4S. I just have been dying to see what this thing will do on 6S with this power system. So they're pretty efficient, and I love it in the Hawker Hunter, so I'm curious to see what it'll do in here. Sometimes it's easier to just pull some of the box parts. There we go. All right. Sorry if I'm missing anything in the chat, guys. Yeah, Paul McNeil. Yeah, the storks are awesome. I do like the storks too. I need to get mine up in the air. I finally got glue to finish the other little bits and pieces on it. It doesn't need too much. It's ready to go. So maybe by next weekend we'll have that bad girl up in the air. Lots to do around here. And I can't remember the exact dates of it. We will be there. Jet Jam's coming up in like 3 weeks. So that's another thing we're trying to get ready for as well. We'll have a bunch of our big HSD stuff there. Our buddy Andy from HSD USA, he'll be there along with us. Pilot Ryan, I believe Dave's RC's coming. Dave Air Marshal maybe. But yeah, a lot of guys are going to be there, so it should be pretty exciting and a good time. It's always a great excuse to hang out with the buddies, especially from the channels and stuff, and especially at fly-ins. So yeah, Dave, Lee Davidson, upgrade the elevator servo. Yeah, sometimes out of a dive with these, you want to be careful about where you're at, because if you're too hot, I've noticed it comes out of dive slower than what you think it would. So actually what I did, Lee, was I put a bigger servo horn on mine, on the first version that I had, and that solved all of my problems. Actually, it just gave it a little bit more throw. But this version, my buddy Adam has one, and then we've flown our regular one quite a few times, and it hasn't really gave me any issues. I haven't really wrung it out yet either, though, so if that becomes an issue, we'll definitely address it. Yeah, Paul McNeil, hopefully in this next container we'll have him. We're just waiting on this container to come. It has a bunch of our goodies in it that we're waiting on. I cannot wait to get it. Holy smokes. Well, that's different. So it has new decals. Interesting. So the first one I opened up of these that I built a few months ago, it was not from this batch, had like the old decals in it. So this one has different Meteor and Navy decals. So that's kind of cool. I'm definitely going to dress it up with this stuff. Interesting. Awesome, George Watts. Good deal. Yeah, I think we'll be down there. I'll be down there Wednesday sometime myself, actually. Oop, this one's falling out of here. Oh, I see what they did. They had it taped in there. Razor gun. There we are. All right. Should have grabbed a stand before I started doing all this. Yeah, so this has a 60 amp in here. I'm just gonna, so this thing, it sits right in here, and these fan units are identical. So all I'm gonna do is just unplug this one right here. I have our new fan unit right here with the 2200, and it literally just drops right in. I thought it dropped right in. Oh, you know why? It's because the connectors on this one are bigger. I forgot. And I don't have my other ESC with me. So you cannot use the stock 60 amp ESC in here because these will not go into there. But anyhow, this does drop right in. We will show you guys that. Oops. Aha. Look at that, magic. Floating stand. Thank you, sir. All right, so, boom. That was so much easier having an Ernst Mega stand. Jeez Louise. Oops. If I can get that back in there like that. There we go. Get those ESC wires out of the way. And then push that back and boom. So yeah, that just fits right in there really easily. Hopefully you guys can see it all right. So yeah, it just pops right in there. So the one thing I was going to show you as far as upgrading this thing is, I'm just going to mock this up a little bit. I'm not trying to get cute with it. I just want to show you guys. So this tongue and grooves in here. There I go. Can't see that well. Anyhow, it's going to bulk up because don't have my wires through there. But as you can see, when you have this 6S unit in here, there's no cheaters along the bottom of this. And I think it's going to need some more air to breathe. So what I'm going to do actually is mark it about right in here somewhere where I'm past the spar. I'm going to mark it and make a cheater on each side. And just to allow some more airflow to get in there and see how that does. But, because I think it's going to need it being 6S. It's going to want to get a little bit more in there. Sorry guys, I'm just catching back up on comments real quick here. I was chatting away. Let me get back up here real quick. Oops. Pay it forward. He said Bobby K. Bitgo going to get start carrying any of the HSD parts soon. Hopefully soon. As soon as they have parts, we'll have parts. so hopefully they'll be getting a container in here soon. Hanger 51, what's up, Kenny? How's it going, buddy? I was just talking about you a little bit ago. Our V8 flying. Pterodactyl, Bobby, do you know when you might be getting in some retracts for the Meteor V3? You know what? We just got... Hold that thought real quick. Guys, mingle for like 2 seconds. I'm actually going to just run and check to see if that's what we got in. I'll be right back. Because I know we got retracts, I just don't know what ones. I'll be right back. All right, sorry about that, guys. I was checking for retracts and our motion detector in back was going off, so I had to run and see what it was. Anyhow, so I have the front nose retracts in. I knew we had something. I don't know if those will help you out too much, Pterodactyl, but we have the front nose retract. Shoot me an email. Let me see if I can maybe help you out on something with that, though. See if I can get you taken care of. All right, sorry, guys. What did I miss? That was an exciting few minutes when I was gone. Yeah, Jeff Adams, the Meteor is a pretty good value. I have them actually linked in the comment section below. Or I'm sorry, not the comment section, the description below. They're 15% off right now, so I have that marked in like the show special area. And then also there's a list of other links in there. And then if you guys don't want to go through those links, make sure to click through your favorite affiliate link before you buy something, so that way they get a little bit off of it and it helps support their channel. So if you guys see anything in our links that you like and you have a certain affiliate you usually go through, make sure to go back and just click through them instead. So they do appreciate it. Alrighty. Wish I had these connectors on the other ESC. It's alright. Anyhow, so yeah, I was talking about putting the cheaters into this bad boy, so we're going to do that before we test fly it. And then stick around, because I think we're going to try to get the Stork out next weekend, and then also this on 6S. I'm just really curious to see how it flies and how it performs. So, should be a pretty fun little deal. I was going to build it, but I think I'm just going to hold off on the build so I can do the rest of the modifications to it. And then I'll kind of do a little bit of videoing throughout the build, just so you guys can kind of see what I did during the flight video. Alright, I'm just going to get this back off here, otherwise I'll be dropping stuff everywhere. I might as well get this out of here too. Alright, so yeah, I'm excited to fly this. We have the 4S version too, so when I do this flight, I'll probably have Ryan took that home a long time ago, the 4S version, so I'll have him dig that back out of his basement. That way we can kind of do a little bit of comparison between the two. Put these in here so I don't lose them. All my bits and pieces I always make sure to put in the bottom of these trays so I don't lose them. Otherwise I go to build it and you can't find nothing. So yeah, this thing's a really easy build too, guys. The tail section glues on. It fits really nicely in the tongue and groove right here. If your wires don't get in the way. I'm just mocking it up. But yeah, so this just glues on. That's the only gluing parts on this besides your canopy. I'm probably going to paint my canopy all black. I like doing that to a lot of these. Especially some of these, you know, they give you, like this guy. He's like a World War I or World War II pilot flying a jet. I think you might need an oxygen mask, especially for the things we're going to be doing. So, anyways. Yeah, Pilot Ryan, thanks. Yeah, subscribe to Bitgo. Yeah, we're getting there. We need to hit 1,000. We're working on it. We're at like 8 something right now. 838 or something like that. But we've just been super busy around here. You guys will start seeing a lot more content coming soon. We got a bunch of videos done today, so I can't wait to get those edited up and out for you guys also. Just been working really hard around here. Lots and lots and lots of stuff going on in the background here at Bitgo. So I can't wait to see some of these new products coming in your guys' hands. And yeah, it's just going to be awesome. We're just going to keep going up from here. So pay it forward. Said might need an ejection seat and a parachute. Yeah, definitely. I think so. I think so. You know, actually, speaking of the Meteor, so our buddy Adam, yesterday we were out there flying, and another thing I can say is these battery trays are glued in here. Make sure there's tons of glue on that thing if you're doing some nut stuff. So he came ripping by inverted, and his is just 4S still. Came ripping by inverted and decided to pull out, you know, inverted. And I saw him coming inverted, and I like turn around underneath the canopy, and I'm getting one of my planes ready, and I heard a thunk, you know, just a thunk. And I was like, what was that? And I look up, and here comes this plane just on its backside, just doing a perfect little falling leaf down. I mean, just slow as could be. It was hilarious, and it just plooped right in the grass. Didn't even hurt the plane at all. But he ejected his battery, and it went a good 300 or 400 feet down, and that's what I heard. But it was hilarious. His pilot ejected for sure. He had minions in that one. Literally, he put minions in it. It was pretty funny. Even had a backseater. Yeah, auxiliary ailerons. So yeah, hopefully a lot of you guys got to get out and fly this weekend. We were fortunate enough. I think we brought the warm weather back from Florida with us. So we got some warm weather finally. It was a little breezy yesterday, but not too bad today. Today it was dead calm most of the day, and then it was weird. Usually it calms down in the evening. It started to pick up a little bit in the evening. It still wasn't too bad, but it was a good time. All right. Yeah, pay it forward. Definitely. Definitely. Good times at Imperial Sea. I'm telling you, I hope there is an event, another one next year, because more of you guys need to come. It was one of the best events I've ever been to. Honest to God, I have been to a lot of events, and that was one of the most well put together, most fun events I've ever been to, especially with everybody being there. I mean, Dave's RC Air Marshal, Pilot Ryan, RC Informer, Dave's RC, if I didn't say already, Jeff in Lower Alabama, who else? I mean, there was just tons of you guys there. It was an absolute blast. Absolute blast. It was great finally getting to meet everybody and hang out, see you guys in person. A lot of you guys hung out with us, you know, well into the evening hours. We got to do some night flying. It was awesome. It was awesome. I hope we do it again next year because it was a blast. It was definitely worth the drive down. I'd do it again over and over. It was such a good time. It's one of those events, you know, when it's coming to an end, you wish it wasn't. You wish you could just keep on going. It was awesome. Besides the crashing part, but even that was kind of fun. Oh yeah, my last night there, you know, I got done packing up and hung out with Kenny, Hangar 51 for a little bit. Got to see his field. He flies at a really, really nice field also. It's huge, really wide open. It's grass, but it's pretty well manicured, and it's like an 800-foot runway. It's super long, tons of area. So that was pretty cool. Got to see the tree that he got hit by lightning at. I got a picture of it. So it was a good time. Yeah, even the celebrity hamburglar showed up. You're right. You're right. Oh man, that was hilarious. That hamburger. So I don't know. I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard about this hamburger floating around at the event. And the first night we got there, Wesley made some hamburgers, and I had one. Well, I didn't have it. Ryan brought me back one. I was trying to like get set up and all that kind of stuff, and I set it in my trailer, you know, to go back for it, and forgot about it. And so it got moved from here to there, and Ryan kept finding this thing somehow. So finally it ended up in people's planes, and at the end of it, I still am really curious to know who did it. Hangar 51, Kenny's on his show the other night, you know, real quick, and talking about the racer, the Hawker Hurricane I was talking about earlier in the show, and lo and behold, the Star Cheeseburger shows up. It was hilarious. I was actually driving home from the event watching it all unfold, and yeah, it took everything in me to keep my eyes on the road because it was hilarious. I was laughing so hard. But yeah, and then Ryan got a surprise actually too. So he leaves, he flies home, and I'm getting ready to drive back, you know, and Ryan leaves a banana of all things behind. And somehow me and Dave's RC, this banana ended up being a thing. So we took it around, had everybody sign it, Wesley, Dave's RC Air Marshal, RC Informer, myself, a whole bunch of us, Kenny. We all signed this darn banana, and I ended up sticking it in his Focke-Wulf 190, and he just found it, I think, yesterday or day before. So thought it was a battery in there. It was sliding around. It was a banana. Yeah, the hamburger was great. Greg Beaven, how's it going? He said, was a great day today to fly here. Spent the whole afternoon at the field. Nothing wrong with that, man. Need more days like that. Spend them all out the field. It's the best way to go. Yeah, Paul McNeil, that Dynam Wacko, that is not a bad plane. I've had a few of them myself, and the last one I even strapped a jet engine, well not jet engine, an EDF onto that bad boy. A 70 mil 4S system, and that was actually pretty fun while it lasted, I should say. While it lasted. They all have their expiration date. That one just came a little bit sooner. Hey, Boss223, how's it going, buddy? Good to see you all in here on a late Sunday night. Got started a little bit late tonight, but I'm glad everybody that's here could make it. I think our buddy Ryan's working on a video here to drop soon as well. Wayne's RC, how you doing? Yeah, that hamburger thing was hilarious, George. I'll be surprised if something like that does not happen at Jet Jam, because we're bringing a grill, and for a lot of you guys that have come and hung out with us at Jet Jam, you know every single year, Adam, our buddy Adam, he's the grill master, so he'll be down there cooking and everything else. So I'm sure there'll be some hamburgers, involved at Jet Jam. So we'll see if Ryan gets his hands on any of them or if they end up in anybody's planes. JT2000, how's it going, man? Good to see you in here. Yeah, I wish I could build a Star Meteor. I wish I had that ESC with me so we could get cracking into it. Save me some time during the week too. Get this bad boy ready. I just don't think the 60 amp ESC, even if I change out the connectors, is going to be enough, so we might as well wait on it. Awesome. You know what? I will be right back, guys. I'm going to go grab something real quick. I'm actually going to move this over. I will be right back. Oh. Oops. Knocking stuff over here. Grab the wing real quick so you guys can get a peek at it. So this doesn't have any of the decals on it. It's still sitting on the tray from transport and stuff. But this is one of the PT-17s. I've just been dying to show you guys, so I might as well show you guys quick. While we're on here, I'm going to go grab one of the wings real quick so you can see it. All right, dudes, so here's the wing to this bad girl. It's beautiful. Here's that brace I was talking about. So when you take off this wing, you can just slide this brace out when you're ready. But for transport, and like RC Air Marshal, he did a really cool thing with surgical tubing, so he could wrap it around to each wing. I think I'm going to do the same thing because it worked really well to keep that in place. But so there's the brace that comes with the wing for transport. And then it's super simple. There's just a wing tab right here and one right on the bottom here. And then you just slide your spars in, and then this just slides in real nicely, and that's all there is to it connecting it. There's only one servo lead right here that you can get into. Sorry, I'm going to set this down real quick. Put my brace in there so it doesn't stress out that wing too much. So yeah, there's only one servo lead to plug in when you get it into the cockpit area here. And there's tons of room. It's hard to kind of pick this thing up to show you guys. But there's tons of room inside here. Yeah, it's going to be hard. And then the gauges on this thing are absolutely beautiful as well. It's really hard to pick this thing up and kind of show you guys, but the gauges in this thing are absolutely beautiful, and so is the covering. It's like a kind of a matte finish, but it feels and looks kind of like a cloth. It's a really beautiful airplane. I cannot wait for you guys to get it in your hands and see it and fly it and touch it, and it's amazing. And this is pre-production, so it doesn't have all the bells and whistles on it yet. There's some rubber tubing that goes around here that looks really scale. And this will all be fitted a lot better. Like I said, this is one of the test models. So it's the one that guys got to see actually in Imperial RC fly. But yeah, it's absolutely awesome. I can't wait for you guys to get one of these in your hands. Hey, Mary Boozer, how's it going? It said Bobby giving away planes like Oprah tonight. No. Awesome. Boss 223 flew the Bighorn today. Good deal. How'd you like it, man? It said set rates at 60%, real sensitive. For 3D if you want it. Shadow Ops RC, take it easy, man. You too. Thanks. Yeah, Mary Boozer. Yeah. So our buddy Mary Boozer, he got a couple licks in on this thing and absolutely loved it. I'm sure they'll be getting one before you know it. So yeah, it's awesome. I can't wait for you guys to fly it. Everybody that got to try it out at the event absolutely loved it. So it's a really special plane. I can't wait. And it's big. It has a beautiful presence in the air. It looks awesome in the air. Next week, I'll make sure to have it kind of put together, or actually we'll go through it and put it together ourselves on the show next weekend so you guys can see it, kind of get a look at it and how it goes together and how big it actually is. I'd like to kind of get the decals the rest of the way on it. I have them on this side, but I didn't put them on this side because I tore the decal sheet when I was taking it apart. So we'll get it dialed in though. Yeah, we do, Mary Boozer. He said, need a G.I. Joe in that bad boy. We do. It comes with a nice little plate for inside the cockpit area here to put your own pilot also. And you can put one up front. There's a nice little tray in there. Planes, archery, and table tennis. How you doing, buddy? He said, did some timber X formation with my dad today. Heck yeah, it's awesome doing formation flying. That's one of my favorite things to do, especially when you have a buddy to do it with. JT83 said, when is that bird going to be available? So we're hoping to have it by mid-July. Our container is on the way, and it's supposed to be here mid-July, is what we're told. So we might do a pre-order as soon as they get into the States and through customs. I don't want to do a pre-order too soon and have a bunch of you guys waiting super long to get one. So if we do a pre-order at that time, they should be about a week out. So if you see a pre-order go up for them, you'll probably have your plane in about 10 days after that pre-order. Boss223 said, tremendous amount of power in that Bighorn. You know, I can't wait to fly ours. I still have yet to get ours up. I flew the OMP Challenger today, and I was super, super, super impressed by that plane, actually. Not only being a good segue into RC and maybe into your first balsa plane, just because it's plug and play, it's $199, super good deal. But if you turn down the rates, it's a trainer plane, basically. But don't get me wrong, you knock the rates up on that thing, and it is a beast. Especially on 3S Power, I was absolutely mind blown. I mean, it's a super light plane, but I mean, it can hover. It'll go as high as you want. You have to cut the power to get it to come back down to you. So I mean, I was very impressed by that plane when I flew it today. I actually ended up knocking the rate back down on mine. I think I was only running like 40% at low rates because it was so touchy. And then I dialed in the Expo, and I got it locked in. It was pretty fun. High rates, it's an absolute beast, though. Good question. So JT2000 said, what size battery? So on the Stearman, we've been running a 6S 5000 to a 7000. 5000, I'm going almost all the way forward, and 7000s, I back it off about a half inch from all the way forward, and it's dialed. And what's the most awesome thing I think about this plane, props to Dave Marshall again, is the efficiency of this power system that we figured out in this thing. I mean, this is a 6S bird, and on a 5000, you can get an easy 10 minutes of flight with it. I mean, it's like flying a gasser. It really is. You get that longevity out of it, but it doesn't lack for power either. It has plenty of power. So it's truly an amazing plane. I cannot wait for you guys to get your hands on it. There's a lot of hard work that went into it, and dialing it in and getting it right. And our buddy Chris Wolf, RC Geek, he helped us out on it, and just an amazing job all around from everybody. And Pilot Ryan helped us. I mean, it's been really a team effort to get this thing right, and just huge shout out to all those guys, because couldn't have done it without you. So thank you. Wesley said if you set up flaperons on that Challenger, it'll crawl. I bet it will. You know, that's a good idea. That'd be kind of cool. I never even thought about that with that one. That is a good idea. Yeah, Wesley Boozer said, more importantly, when's the store coming into stock? Those will be in stock at the same time. We're just waiting on this darn container. We cannot wait to get it. There's a bunch of more goodies in there, too. Not just this stuff. So I can't wait. I cannot wait for you guys. George Watts, he said, I set up flaps and crow on my OMP Bighorn, fun to play with. I bet you that is fun. I might need to try that when me and Ryan get that thing out, actually. Crow might be kind of interesting on something like that. I bet you it actually helps out quite a bit, especially slowing it down. Mary Boozer, that's what I'm talking about. When you find a 2000 millimeter B25, you let me know. You let me know, because I would love to have one of those as well. I was staring down Kenny's the whole darn time. He's lucky that did not come up missing. Boss223 said, I was not sure how to set the crow up. I don't know if maybe Boozer or one of them guys can help you. I've never set up crow before on anything, so I'm not too sure how that works either. Kenny, Hanger 51, he might know actually, or have something on his channel if you go check it out. He had his RV8 set up with crow, and it was awesome, and it like increased and decreased with the throttle. So he had that thing dialed in. It was really neat. Boozer, I feel you there. That's the whole reason I haven't bought one yet. Because it's one I want really bad. Really bad. Really bad. I think it was FMS used to have that little one. It was a littler B25. It's been discontinued for a long time. That was one I almost popped on quite a few times. I just want a big B25, but I want a big one. I want a big B25 from somebody, anybody. Or give me a big like Wildcat or what's the other one? A Connie. I would love to see like a big TWA Connie. That would be pretty darn cool too. Anything big. I love big airplanes. Michael said, hey Bobby, you ever get to the bottom of why the E-flite F-18 receiver sets a limit on the elevator Is the programming cable easy to use? Yeah, so I never got to the bottom of why they do it. I'm not too sure. But yeah, the programming cable, if you have the program cable on a laptop, it's super easy to open up. There's actually quite a few videos out there on how to do it also. But yeah, after I did that, mine flew great. I actually, speaking of it, just put it in last weekend at Imperial because I hit LVC, having fun with our buddy Pilot Ryan. But yeah, definitely, it's definitely not a deal breaker on that jet. I love that jet. Yeah, JT83 definitely. Props to Air Marshal for sure on that power system. He did a heck of a job helping us out with that and his calculus and everything else. He is one smart guy, I'll tell you what. All right. There's actually been a lot to do around here, guys, especially catching up from the show. Holy smokes. It's hard being gone from here for a long time. It truly is. But I can't wait. And another thing, Neffy's coming up also, guys. I believe it's August 27th to the 29th at the AMA headquarters in Muncie, Indiana. So we will be at that. Me and Ryan will be there for sure. Bunch of stuff. Gonna have a great time and fly with a bunch of you guys. Again, I think a bunch of YouTuber and influencers are gonna be there for that event as well. So yeah, I cannot wait. So mark your calendars for that also, guys. August 27th to the 29th, I'm pretty sure. Make sure to go and look before you quote me on that. For Neffy, National Electric Fly-In at the AMA grounds in Muncie, Indiana, because that is going to be awesome. And you can fly anything, jets, prop jobs, whatever you bring, and if it's electric, you can fly it. Who has the cheeseburger? Good question. I have not found that thing yet in any of my planes, and so I don't think there was two of them floating around. So Kenny found, I think, the last one. I think so. Yep, Kenny was a cheeseburger, Ryan got the banana, that's right. Yeah, George Watts, definitely try and make that one, buddy. It's a good event. And if, another reason I really like the Neffy event is if some of you guys have not seen the AMA museum, it's definitely something to check out. That museum is really cool. It takes you through the whole history of RC aircraft and aviation, and it's absolutely amazing. Especially the exhibits are the way they're set up in there. It's really cool. It really is. And like the one exhibit looks like an old hobby shop with all the old models on the shelves, and just it's beautiful. It's really cool. Definitely something to check out. So not alone just to come and fly, but to see the AMA grounds. It's absolutely massive. And to check out the museum. It's a great place. We love flying down there. We fly down there quite a few times a year. It's only about 3 hours away from us, so it's not too bad of a trip. So we try to make it down there as much as possible, and it's our buddy Ryan's hometown, so it's good to make it down there when we can. John Graham, Neffy is, I believe, August 27th to the 29th, but make sure to go on AMA's website and check. They have everything listed there as far as the events go. So, and you can camp there and everything else. It's not a bad deal. And if you have an RV, they have hookups. So, it's a good place. Yeah, Boss 223. Yep, Muncie, Indiana. Alrighty, dudes. So there is quite a bit to do around here tonight, so we're probably going to cut the show a little bit early tonight. It's past 11 o'clock. Holy smokes. I have a bunch of video to edit up, so I'm excited to get some of that stuff out. Our buddy Ryan is getting ready to drop a video, I believe, pretty soon here. How close are you on that, Ryan? I hope you didn't hear me. He's in the other room. In the office working. He said very close. He must have heard me. So yeah, Ryan's going to be dropping a video tonight, I believe, on the Dynam. So be looking out for that. It's going to be coming pretty soon. He said very close. That's what he yelled back here. Heck yeah, John Graham. Definitely, if you have time to stop and check out that AMA museum, it's definitely worth it. It's pretty cool. And the AMA grounds is massive. If you have a plane or something with you, you can definitely find a spot to fly out there, for sure. And at the back of AMA, there's a general aviation actual runway back there, too. I think they give rides and stuff on the weekends. I can't remember. That's right. You said buzzing boozer's all good. Just don't call me late for dinner. That's right. Wreck 'em Roy, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Good to see you in here. Heck yeah. So I think that's about it for us tonight, guys. There's a lot to do around here. I'm still trying to catch up from last weekend. So I want to get orders started and get a head jump start on tomorrow, because everybody knows how Mondays go. So it's a good thing to be busy, though. I love it. And yeah, we really appreciate all your guys' support. Once again, it was great seeing all of you guys down at that event. I hope I get to see and meet a lot more of you throughout the summer at some more events. There's another one, I can't remember the name of it. I just caught wind of it this week that's actually going down in Muncie, Indiana. This coming up weekend, actually. We might attend that, not sure yet. It's kind of up in the air. But yeah, cannot wait to meet and fly with some more of you guys. It's been a blast, so. Thanks, George. Appreciate it. All right, guys. When is your Jet Jam again? Tony Spears is asking. Jet Jam, I think it's in like 3 weeks. Give me 1 second. I'll see if I can find the dates real quick for you. Because it's one I always forget. Sorry, I'm trying to find it. That way I'm not giving you guys the wrong information. Oops. That's not it. Phone's taking forever to load. There we go. So it looks like it starts June 11th and then ends that following Sunday. So it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday event. Heck yeah, Barry Boozer, good seeing you too. Oh, George Watts, there we go. He just posted the dates. June 10th, 11th, and 12th is EDF Jet Jam. Awesome. Cool. Thanks, George. Appreciate it. All right. So, guys, on that note, I hope to see you all at some more events this year. We'll talk about the coming up events in next week's show also, and then we will put together one of these bad boys and get more in depth into detail with it, so I can answer more questions and explain stuff to you guys. And yeah, once again, thank you so much for watching. If you guys decide to buy anything, make sure to click through your favorite affiliate links. They do appreciate it. And yeah, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next week. Oh, stay tuned too, because there's going to be a lot more videos dropping this week. We got a bunch filmed, so can't wait. See you guys.